We are live. We are live at 5. What's going on, fam? It's your man, VACAY-J. And we are back with another live stream just for you. You know, we come in here to do what we do and talk about your favorite shows. All right? So absolutely, I'm excited. Hold on. What's going on over there? There we go. All right, can you hear me now?
We can hear you.
Computer loves my voice, so repeats my voice. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, welcome, fam, to the VACAY-JayTV and Friends show. I am VACAY-J. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for logging on with us today. Always excited to be live with you guys today. And as always, we're going to bring it to you. I mean, we got the new background going on. We are elevating. We are making things happen. To my right or to my left, you see her, you know her, you've seen her on all the streams for the exception of one, I think. Yes, we have the amazing, blazing songwriter, producer, arranger. She is the label. Amy Veronica's on the line with us. What's going on? Hey,
what's up, peeps? What's up, peeps? I'm glad to be back on another Friday Night Live, ready to talk about, the shows that we love.
No doubt. You back home, I see. You back home.
Yeah, I made it back home safely. I enjoyed my time in Vegas, enjoyed hanging out with you, and enjoyed, being in the same place live last week. We definitely enjoyed it. Definitely had a little fun last week. So can't wait till we can do another one in person again.
No doubt, all good, all good. But for right now, we're going to get it popping with this right here. All good. It was great having you. And yeah, we definitely going to continue to do this. So, fam, you already know what we're going to do today. We are going to recap, review, debate, not debate. We're going to get into it. You saw last week's episode of the live stream. We got in the heated debate. It was all good. Shout out to Nicole for definitely, bringing the piece together.
The peacemaker.
Guys that watch. Thank you guys for watching. Always, it's always fun to do these things. And yes, I'm always excited to do it with you guys. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be looking at the chat. So if you're jumping on with us for the very first time, definitely shout out exactly where you're logging in from. Let us know. We want to give you a shout out. Definitely type in the chat box, say hey, say hello when you come into the house. When you go to somebody's house, you got to say hello, right? So if you're coming into the house, definitely say hello. And we definitely going to give you a shout out as we get into the VACAY-JayTV and Friends show. So what are we going to talk about first? We're going to talk about, hey, what's up, Nicole? I see you. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Nicole. Welcome back.
I see you. Always good to see Nicole on the line, our faithful Nicole. And yeah, we got to get you on the show soon, Nicole. So definitely, hit me up. Again, VACAYJTV at Gmail. I know you may be shy or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, we appreciate you definitely typing in the chat box and joining us today. Definitely share this with all your friends. Share this with everybody. As we continue to do these lives, we're going to continue to make it happen for you. All right. So let's get into it. Let's talk about this crazy, I think the craziest episode I've ever seen on FX, Snowfall. Okay. I mean, this episode, out of this world. I mean, again,
literally.
Like out of this world. Like I personally, well, let me hear from you first. Ladies first. Give me your thoughts on your impression of the show before we get into the details. But just give me like your first impression on the show.
It was literally trippy.
Right.
Like literally trippy, but revealing at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah, it was man, listen, it was the craziest, the wildest. I mean, not just for one person, but for everybody. Everybody in the whole entire wedding party was on that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, we're going to get into it, break it down. I've already did a recap on it. So guys, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. But I mean, we're going to break it down. We're going to break it down even deeper, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to break it down even deeper. And definitely Nicole and anybody coming on, definitely chime in. But we're going to get into this, man, because this, I enjoyed it.
I did too. It was wild.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. Like, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, seriously, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody can tell me anything different. Nobody can tell me anything different. You know, I hear other people, you know, they talk, they're like, yeah, you know, this wasn't good. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, man, we should bring back John Singleton. Why? Like, seriously, like, yeah, there's different writers. And again, that gives me like Atlanta vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever watch the show Atlanta, that's a crazy show too. Like, seriously, it's a crazy show. But we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna break it down from the top to the bottom as we bring this on. Hold on one second, let me bring this up. But definitely go ahead and tell me what you liked and didn't like, Amy.
I can't really say there was anything that I didn't like. Yeah, I can't say there was anything that I didn't like about this episode. It was definitely different, definitely different for this show. I liked that they really kind of went for it. You know, like you said, people have their different opinions about it, but they went for it. And it was just all out. Everything that we had been kind of speculating, we kind of got to see. You know, we knew something was up especially from the last episode. We knew something was up with Aunt Louie. And, you know, just seeing all of the different things that's happening behind Franklin's back, like everybody got something sneaky going on.
Right.
And, you know, there's nothing that I didn't like. I enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. You know, the thing with, product distributors is, like, don't get high on your own supply, right? So to see everybody twisted was hilarious to me.
Yeah, I mean, for them to be product sellers, right, and to go through this, I mean, we know how it happened. Like, it wasn't their intention. Right. Maybe a few people, 2 people, right? But let's talk about this right here real quick. You talked about Louis. Man, if this is not one of the most shadiest moments, one of the most shadiest moments in like the history of Snowfall, this is it right here. Like, seriously, like, I was so like, man, I knew it was coming though. I knew it was coming.
I didn't think this was coming. I knew she was gonna do something, but I didn't think she would go to Teddy. I didn't see that coming.
No, I knew it was coming. Based on the couple of episodes before, when Franklin pretty much screamed her out in front of Jerome, in front of Peaches, you know what I'm saying? Like, and let her know I will do whatever's necessary to keep getting mine. Like, I knew it was going this way. I mean, she been wanted to break off, and she been wanted to do this. That's why she was pressing Franklin to get that price from Teddy and all this and that. And Teddy's like, nah, the price ain't the difference. Is you guys trying to separate from Franklin. He wasn't going to do it. So, I mean, now she's like, hey, we did business in the past, so let's do business now. But look at your boy.
But it's grimy. It's grimy, Jay, on a couple of levels, right? Yeah. One, of course, you're doing this behind, Teddy's back. You're going directly to his guy. But then 2, like, until the wedding, technically, you're not even family. So the family embraced you, because of Uncle Jerome. The family embraced you, loved you, pulled you in. And this is like a stab in the back, a slap in the face, a shot in the foot. It's everything. Yeah. And I believe that's what Oso is saying in his mind. He's not saying it out front, but Oso's like, yo, this is not cool. This is not cool what's going on, especially after Franklin basically saved his life like a couple of times, and they saved each other's lives with that whole Tiger thing. Right. Oh, Vato's, capturing and everything. Like, everything that they went through, like, he already knows this is definitely shady, but she's with it. She's open for it. And he's like, the better devil right? The better me better than the Colombians that you was about to go to. You know what I'm saying? So now let's talk about this real quick. The girl Sissy, boy, I think she got in over her head, and she really didn't know what was going down. I think they kind of tried to fool her on some like, yo, we're going after Teddy, but they really not going after Teddy. They really trying to get Teddy, but they really trying to get Franklin, though. Right. And he keeps pressing her for this information, right? Like, yo, what's going on with Franklin? What's going on with Franklin? She's like, yo, I'm not giving him up. I'm not going to do it. And he's like, well, there's nothing else we need to talk about. She's like, well, there's going to be a wedding with some high profile people. So she kind of like, well, she didn't want to get cut off from this whole thing. Right.
But she wanted to like keep him in the loop with things. But what do you think? I think she got in over her head.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And this is kind of when I was listening to this conversation, I took it kind of personal. I was like, oh, sissy, I fought for you last week. What we doing? Like I was on your side. No. Yeah.
Right.
I can't rock with these, these backhanded deals and these backhand conversations. Like it's just so shady and so disloyal. And even though, she's trying, not to give up her son, like all of these dances with the devil, like stop.
Yeah. She again, like I said, the whole shadiness to me started with our discussion, right? Our discussion about her talking to Veronique behind Franklin's back. That was pretty shady, not just because that's the mom and she's concerned about the grandchild. That was the shady move to me. You know what I'm saying? So now she's doing this. And yeah, I mean, it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Okay. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about this though. The boy Kane, Veronique. I mean, she got some serious bolas, man. I mean, for her rolling up in the spot on some like, yes, Mr. Kane, I want to make sure that me and my baby are secure and that you're not going to try to come after us. You know what I mean? Like, what you think about this?
So honestly, with this, I'm not mad at her for this. Yeah. Like, I'm not mad at her. She's doing what she needs to do as a mother to protect herself, to protect her child, what I'm saying, to secure her future. So I'm not mad at this conversation at all. I was a little tickled that she introduced herself as Franklin's ex. I was like, okay.
Well, you know what? I had to listen back. She didn't say ex. She just said, I'm Franklin Saint's girlfriend. It sounded like ex. I had to listen back again. I thought she said ex. But no, it wasn't X. I had to watch it again. She said, I'm Franklin Saint's girlfriend. So she didn't say X. Okay.
Because
we thought she said X, but she didn't say X. It sounded like it, right?
Right.
Nicole? Let me see what Nicole's saying. Nicole's saying, I don't ever want to be in that situation where he putting that chocolate. Yeah, we're going to get to that. That was shady backstabbing. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely shady on her part. Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, I'm not mad at her. I'm with you on this. I'm not mad at Veronique about that. Like, but again, she got the gall. Like, even if she didn't know, even if she didn't know that Franklin and Kane and all of them, they made up, they kissed and made up, as he said, right?
Right.
But even if she didn't know, like for her to just walk up in there like that, like seriously, okay. But he's like, yeah, baby, it's okay. Don't call me Mr. Kane. It's all good. We good. You don't got to worry about me. They're not worry about me at all, right?
Which this, it's another one of them things where it's like, oh my God, Aunt Louie, like this is not a problem anymore. But now, because of what she did in the last episode, this is about to be a whole problem.
Right. And the thing about it is with this, Aunt Louie knew that they made up, but she had a problem with Franklin cutting him in. Yeah, I still don't trust her either, Nicole. Aunt Louie had a problem with Franklin and Leon cutting Kane in there. You know what I'm saying? To be a part of the organization. She had a problem with that because he tried to kill him.
Right.
He tried to kill him. So what's going to stop him from trying to do it again, but from the inside out now?
Right.
Now he's going to be on the inside of the organization, right?
Right.
So it is what it is. Let's talk about this, though. The girl telling Jerome, yeah, we got this ready. We got that ready, right? But, I spoke to Teddy and he like, I'm gonna need that drink. And right here, this is where he's like, man, I'm with you. I got your back, but I will not go against my blood. I will not wage war against my own blood. Like, how you feel about this, man? I mean, man.
I think he has put himself in a pretty tight situation because I know that he wants to remain loyal to his family. But now you are not Louie's boyfriend. You are now her husband.
Right.
And as her husband, right, be she right, be she wrong, you wearing that title, you got to take what comes with that. So by default, you got to ride with your wife. And so like, I think that's going to put him in a real bad spot because of course he loves her. I believe with everything in me that Jerome wants to be a good husband and will be a good husband. But this, when he really finds out what all she has done, like the real grit of what she's done, he's gonna have to choose, and that's gonna be an impossible decision for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's locking her down. I mean, they married now. I agree with you on that. I mean, he got to rock with her to a certain extent. Like, if she's doing something that's going to hurt both of them and hurt everybody, I don't think he's going to go with it. You know what I'm saying? I think he's going to step up and be like, nah, baby, nah. But for right now, he just rolling with the punches, man. Rolling with the punches. She's really trying to keep him right, keep him happy or whatever. She's like, yeah, let's just have a good time. We'll tell Franklin after the wedding. Yeah, okay. Now that she's going to be in the family, it's like, all right, Franklin, what you going to do now that she's in the family? You know what I'm saying? Right. You really going, are you really now going to take out your uncle's wife? Nah, that's not going to happen. And she knows that. She knows that, So now here we are. Da, 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 da. I'm getting married, right? All right. Jerome, they locking it down. The preacher's preaching. You know what I'm saying? Franklin, he's there. He wasn't smiling at first, but he's holding, I sound like an announcer. He's holding the wedding rings. What up, coffee reviews? What's going on, fam? Absolutely. So, I mean, listen, they're there, they're smiling, they're happy, they're wearing their 1986 outfits, okay? Looking good, okay? I mean, to see Big Dion in a suit, that's kind of weird, right? Because we usually see him with a tank top on. Right. You know what I'm saying? What's what Nicole says. He said, I like Uncle Jerome, but he has to go along with Auntie. But some ish about to happen, really. Oh, yeah, there's about to be a whole war, Nicole. About to be a whole war. You know what I'm saying? Coffee Review says she has to go. Yeah, I feel you. She has to definitely go. Let's talk about my man Scully Skulls, though. What up with Scully Skulls, man? My guy. This is my guy here, man. Like, this dude right here, he be doing the most, man.
Doing the most.
But talk about this guy. Talk about it. Jump in there. What you think about what Scully did?
So I'm torn between, was this malicious or was this like a way for them to relax and have fun? Like, I honestly legit don't know what to make of it. Like, because I feel like he's genuine in, his truth. I feel like he's genuine in like connecting with Jerome and Louis, but at the same time, to some degree, you still ops a little bit. So I'm like, I'm really still trying to figure out the intent behind it.
Yeah. Scully is, I don't think he's an op anymore. After what they went through, how, if you remember from like 2 or 3 episodes ago, how they didn't take him out, because they easily could have took him out when he went to go see that fortune teller, right?
Right.
So because they made an arrangement, and remember, Scully could have took Louis out too when he was in the hospital. You remember that? But he fell out. He fell out because he was losing blood. And they could have took him out, but they didn't. So I think they got that mutual understanding now, an agreement. I believe that this was an arrangement, from my understanding, this was an arrangement by Jerome and Scully, okay, to spike either the punch or now this chocolate fountain, right? So back in the 80s, from what I understand it, doing my research with, some of the people out there who know what's going on in the 80s. I know you was born in the 80s, but you wasn't partying in the 80s, right? I mean, I was a teenager in the 80s, right? We dating ourselves. But again, it's like they used to have them LSD parties. They used to party like that. You know what I'm saying? So when Scully saw Franklin, he was like, yo, go ahead and tell Jerome to thank me for his wedding gift. So this was a wedding gift for everybody to get twisted.
Right.
Because that's what they used to do back in the day. Like, yo, we want to party, LSD. Right? What you guys think? Definitely chime in. Let me know your thoughts on this. Let me see let me read the comments here. Nicole says this guy, it was malicious. Okay, she thinks it was malicious. Coffee Review says he thought it was funny, right? Oh, okay, yeah. You're talking about Scully. Nicole's like, because remember he said to Franklin about the wedding, the gift was, for the wedding. Yeah. So like I was just saying, the same thing you're saying, Nicole, and Coffee out there. Yeah, like seriously, this was an arrangement. Okay, this was an arrangement. So I tell you why. I'll show you why. I'll show you why I believe it was an arrangement. Like Jerome knew about it. So you remember when Sissy was running up to Sissy was running up to Jerome, and she was hot. She was all like, right? She was all jacked up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "Was this you? Did you do this? Did you arrange for us to, have LSD and all this and that?" And Jerome was like, "What you mean? What you mean?" You know what I'm saying? Like he was acting like he knew what was going on, but he was like, "Oh, that's what's going on. Wow, that's why I feel so good." Right? So he actually wasn't tripping. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't tripping out. Like I can understand if Scully was being malicious about it and trying to mess them up, he would be like, "Yo, who did this?" Da 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 da. He would trip out because remember, he has that PTSD. Even though he said, "Yeah, I haven't been angry in like a couple of weeks. I've been okay." But he wasn't tripping when Sissy said, "Hey, you the one that put the LSD in this? That's why everybody tripping." He was like, looking at his hand.
Right.
He was tripping, right? He wasn't tripping about it at all. So let's go back here and talk about this because there's a lot of things in here, a lot of things. Thank God, right? Thank God. Hold on. Let's go back. So Scully did what he did. They got married. They taking pictures. Look at your boy right here. Ruben, the Cuban national. I don't know if it's catching up or not. It's going to catch up. No worry. But we're looking at Ruben right here. Ruben, right. The Cuban national, is undercover with a mic on him. Well, he got the whole mic on him. And there's a dude out in the van listening to everything that's going on. And he saw Sissy, and Sissy is like, "What the heck you doing here?" Right?
Right.
So he's there undercover to try to get any information that he can because, they are going after Franklin and they're going after Ted. Okay? And we discover later on from what Sissy said that Ruben is part of the KGB. Okay? It's part of the KGB. All right? So look at your boy here, man. Listen. The biggest mistake. Now today you want to eat a whole bunch of chocolate? Like what's going on? You know what I'm saying? "Oh, I don't drink." So the lady's like, "Well, if you don't drink, you might as well take the whole plate of strawberries." Biggest mistake of his life, man. Biggest mistake of his life. Right? And then he tried to give it to Veronique. Thank God Veronique didn't take it. Right?
Right.
Man, thank God she was like, "Nah, I'm good. To mess with my stomach, blah, 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 blah."
It's gonna mess with more of your stomach.
But here's my question though. Here's my question. You at a wedding, okay? You at a wedding, you with the family, right? Now it's like, okay, I'm ready to go home. Like, come on, what are you doing? I understand you pregnant, but she ain't pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can understand, like, yeah, you get tired. I know y'all go through stuff when y'all pregnant. But come on, man. Like, this is the family celebration. You always gonna leave early for family celebrations? Like, what's going on?
I think she doesn't fit in. And I think, as long as she's just with Franklin and they're in their little bubble, that's cool. But she really doesn't fit in. Even though, she comes from a life of scheming and, you know what I'm saying, the things that she disclosed with her mom.
Right.
This is kind of a different world.
Yeah.
And so, and I would imagine, I think the whole subject of PTSD is not just for Jerome. Like we're seeing it in different ways. So this may be a form of PTSD for her after being, shot at. Like I don't want to be around too long when I don't have to be.
Maybe. Yeah, so Nicole was like, something was up with that. I agree. Something was up with that. But again, I agree with you. Like she doesn't fit in. But at the same time, Franklin's like, "Yo, can I come with you at the house? I can come over." He's still trying to get in there, but she's still trying to just push him away because he ain't out that life. Right. But your boy is dogging those strawberries. He going in. Like I guess he was hungry or whatever.
That like, chocolate was good.
Yeah, this is the most we ever seen Franklin go in, but he going in on it. But see, look what happened. Look what happened. Oh boy, yeah, he feeling it. He feeling it. You know what I'm saying? And then let's talk about Wanda, right? So Wanda, she comes over and she's like, Franklin, you okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Da, da, da. And he's feeling it. He's like, he's really feeling it. Next thing you know, he gives her a promotion. It's like, yeah, you've been doing real good. Here's a promotion, right? But then he started really hugging on her. I was laughing. Like, I was
twisted.
Laughing, like, jacked up. Like, he really jacked up, man.
He twisted.
And she's like, what the heck was that? Oh, man.
Yeah, that moment was wild.
And then I'm about to eat. He give her the fork and the knife. She's like, okay, eat now. Like, what is going on? Then he's like, you see that? You see that across over the table? You see that little squirrel? He was like hallucinating, looking under the table. I was like, wow. And then look at your boy. Who that?
You tell me.
You tell me. Well, if you've been watching Power Book 4, you know that's Jannar from Power Book 4.
I know.
And then here, this is Johnny, right? Johnny from Little Rock, Arkansas. Boy, he playing that country guy from Little Rock, Arkansas. Got the grills and the whole nine. And good to see him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your boy Franklin is jacked out of his mind. He's laughing. Look at mama like, what is wrong with my boy?
This is not normal.
To your daughters, right? You giving that look to your daughters before? Like, what's wrong with you? You messed up.
What y'all doing?
Right? So he go in there, he go sit down at a tree, and then here come your boy Scully, Your boy Scully, like, hey, what's going on? And he dropping wisdom and nuggets and stuff like that. But then he's like, yeah, tell Jerome, enjoy the wedding gifts. And he skated off, man. Like, I don't think it was malicious. I think it was just to help the party rock or whatever, because that's what they used to do.
Yeah.
And your boy's spazzing out.
He's spazzing all the way out.
Yeah, he's spazzing out. So yeah, let me stop this. Let's cut this short. Your boy has the biggest argument with himself, right? Yeah, I knew that Rob was going to show up and haunt him. I knew that. Mm-hmm. I was laughing at the fact that Veronique knocked at the door in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was like, who is it? I'm going to shoot you. He got a fake gun. He got his imaginary gun. But at the end of the day, Franklin had to have a conversation with himself. Yeah. Right? What do you think about that conversation? That was an incredible, again, shout out to the what's his name? Damson Idris.
Yeah, he definitely, that was definitely a really good performance. And that was just not that wasn't a hallucinating moment. Like, of course it was a hallucination, but it gave us a glimpse into the inward battle that he's been fighting all along.
Right.
Like, this is not happenstance. This is not, oh, this just happened because, you were on a trip. No, we got to experience what's been tearing at him all along. Like, he had to build this tough exterior to be who he has become. Right. Franklin, the product lord, if you will. But there's the innocence in him that has died. And now, like, he's coming face to face this moment with his innocence. This person had different aspirations, had different dreams. And you killed my life with this. You didn't just, kill all these people that are now addicted to this product. You killed my life, my hopes, my dreams, the things that I wanted to do. Like, that conversation was real.
Yeah,
that moment was real.
Going even deeper than that, what he really was talking to himself about was how selfish he was, and anybody that got in his way that he couldn't control, he basically took him out. You know what I'm saying? So when he did what he did, man, it was definitely powerful on some like, yeah, so this person and Man Boy and Rob and all this and bodies and bodies and bodies. I mean, it was just a crazy, incredible performance to me. Like he did his thing on this thing to actually battle himself, but come to terms with himself, you know what I'm saying, in his mind. Like he really went in, and it was funny at the same time. It was so real. It was so real. And this is kind of what my guy, what's his name? Avi said, when I first met you, I can see this incredible kid, like this guy who can do anything. He could be a businessman, he could be this, he could be that. But he said, like, the war is always gonna go on inside of you. And this is the war that he was talking about. He was foreseeing this to happen. You know what I'm saying? He just had to have some LSD in order for him to happen with himself. You know what I'm saying? And he's really thinking about everything. Like he's really having that conversation, man. Like it was real good. He was like, I help people. I help you. He's like, you ain't helping nobody. You know what I'm saying? Who you really helping? And now your whole organization's falling apart, man.
Falling on his head.
Yeah. So I thought this was definitely a great scene here. And at the end, of course, we remember, cut this out. At the end, we remember the whole conversation that he had with Lou.
Okay, so I need you to fill me in on that last piece because
you missed the last piece.
Okay. I missed that. Work started blowing up, and I missed the very tail end of it.
Okay, so the last piece is Jerome is dancing with his bride, Louie, right? Before I get to that, he walked outside the house. He was drinking. He finally got a little bit more sober. He goes to Leon. Leon put his mom in the back seat because she was tripping. So he's like, yo, just take a nap in the back seat. Now, some people playing around it like, yeah, Leon is smashing Franklin's mom. I don't know about all that. Okay. I think he's just being a good kid and taking care of his, like, that's like his aunt. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, so Franklin apologizes to Leon and said, yo, man, you a good dude and you were right to try to get out of the game. You know what I'm saying? But he forced him to stay in the game. But, you know, your boy Leon is on some like black power right now. You know what I'm saying? He's studying Malcolm X and everything else like that. He's trying to really take care of the people. We saw that when he was taking the kids to the beach and to other places on that bus. So Leon has been trying to transform into this better guy and not just be selling products. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to be a better person. So, you know, Franklin's like, yo, you know, I apologize. I love you, man. You know, and Leon's like, yeah, okay, I love you too, whatever. So now, again, Jerome dancing with his wife, Aunt Louie. Franklin says, can I interrupt this dance? You know, da-da-da. So Franklin wants to talk to Aunt Louie. So they dancing, and he's like, yo, I apologize to you. You were right. You know, I should have treated you like a partner. And, you know, basically, can we reconcile? You got some feedback on you, and you may want to turn down the volume. You got some, can we reconcile? Can we still be partners? Can we be partners at this point? And Aunt Louie is like, it's too late. It's basically too late for all of that. Because she already had a conversation with Teddy, and she already been stated that she wanted to move away from Franklin. And now that everything is in place, she said, nah, it's too late for that. And then she gives him a kiss on his lips. And that's the kiss of death. Like, it's the death of their relationship. It's the death of their business relationship. It's over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she's part of the family now because she's married to Jerome, but she gave him the kiss of death. It's over. And he is like, I can't believe it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the look on his face at the end, he was like, man, this is crazy. It's like she basically waged war against him. You know what I'm saying? If she's not with him, she's against him. You know, so that's what happened, man.
Is this as he's coming down off his high? Or is he still okay?
Nah, he's coming down. This is real life now. This is real life. Oh man, we forgot.
About his call to Teddy.
Yeah, we forgot all about that. We forgot all about that, right? We gotta talk about that. All right, so we dealt with the end, but let's backtrack. Yeah, he thought he was sitting down because he was high. He thought he was sitting down with Teddy. Now this was a phone call, and somebody said, yo, he was aware enough to where he paged Teddy and he waited for Teddy to call back. So he was aware enough, but in his mind, when he was hallucinating, it's like he was sitting down with Teddy. You heard the whole conversation was in a phone voice.
Mm-hmm.
So he was telling Teddy, like, you ain't gonna kill me. I'm gonna kill you before you kill me. And Teddy was like, talking to Parissa, like, yo, you all right? Like, yeah, Teddy, you know, Franklin just said he's gonna kill me. It's like, okay, well, at least we know he's at the wedding. He's not home. So what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that was crazy. That was crazy.
That was crazy.
But go ahead. Like, what's your thoughts on that? I'm sorry.
I share the same thought. I thought it was wild, but I didn't piece together, that he, had the sense enough to page and wait for the call back. Like, I didn't put that together. I was just like, bruh. Like, but I don't think Teddy's going to take that at heart. I think based on how Teddy responded a little bit, I think he kind of feels like something is a little off about that. Like this, you don't think so?
Nah. That if he didn't take it serious, why would he go to Franklin's house and start taking pictures of all the documents?
Well, he was doing sneaky stuff anyway.
Yeah, but that right there, he had to go get every document that he needed to go against Franklin. So if he needed to use these documents to lock him up, lock him down, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Again, he gonna do whatever he has to do to protect himself. So I think he took it serious because he's calling them. Let me read the comments, right? Okay, so Nicole said, what she said? She said that was deep. Now he's in a war with Teddy. Yep, he's in a war with Teddy. Nicole also said, did y'all notice the couple? Yeah. Yes,
we noticed the couple
in the background. Man, listen.
We did.
All right, I can't talk too much about it because we on the tube. So, but you already know. Yes, we saw it. We saw it. It was crazy, right? Coffee says when she kissed him, it was in the mouth was kind of cringy. Yeah, it definitely was. It was kind of like, oh, why you kissing your nephew in the mouth like that, right? And what does Nicole say? Nicole said, yeah, it was. Okay, so she agrees. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So let's rate this real quick. You already know, scale of 1 to 10. Let's say 1 to 10. Scale of 1 to 10. Amy, what do you rate this episode of Snowfall?
I give it a 8.5, 9. Nah, let's give it a 9. I give it a 9.
You give it a 9. Okay, okay. If you're in the chat box, go ahead. Give your rating for this episode of Snowfall. I personally would give it like an 8. I would give it an 8. You know what I'm saying? This was, like I said, it was definitely different from any other episode that I've ever seen. Like, this is definitely not a John Singleton thing anymore. It's going a little bit left. I mean, it went a little bit left with the whole Tiger thing. That's the first thing that happened. Yeah. Nicole gives it a 9. Okay, Nicole gives it coffee. What do you give it? I give it an 8. I mean, it was great performance. Coffee gives it a 7. Okay, salute to you. Anybody else you want to rate anything? I give it an 8. So in between 9 and 7 is 8, right? So I give it an 8. There's a lot of us don't know exactly where this is going. You know what I'm saying? But we know that the next couple of episodes, is like 2 episodes left, right? This is 9. Is this 9?
Is this 9? This was 8. I think.
So we got 2 more episodes for 10 episodes. And yeah, so the next 2 episodes, it's about to be a war. Remember, we forgot also that Bo Buckley was making a move to take out Kane.
Right.
Okay. In between that conversation that Louis had with Franklin, he was on the move to about to take out Kane. So looking at the preview, looking at the trailer for the next episode, one of the cops got shot, right? So now they trying to find out who did this, why did this happen, everything else like that. And yeah, Louis tells Leon that she put the hit out on Kane. And Leon's like, yo, you ready for war? Because that's exactly what you just started, a whole war now. Because yeah, Kane was down with them, but Kane got his own people. You know what I'm saying? So they thought it was peace, but now you got the cops coming after Kane. Oh man, it's crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to it. I was waiting for the red wedding. Yeah, a lot of people was talking about that red wedding, but it ended up being a white wedding because everybody was smiling, all of that. So it's all good. It's all good. So now I rated an 8. Definitely to me, the performance, the MVP performance was Damson Idris as he was, you know, talking to himself and having that conversation. Franklin having a conversation with himself. You know what I'm saying? I think that was the Stella, like, give him the Emmy, give him the whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you get in TV, right? Give him that award. He did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. All right. Let's talk about the next show. What is the next show? We're going to talk about Power Book 4. Now, listen, we had to wait a week extra to get to this next episode 9. So we already covered 8 last stream. So if you missed that review, definitely check that out. What I want to talk about real quick, I want to talk about the what to expect, what's next, all right, for episode 9, all right? Let's talk about that, any predictions that you have going on. Now, here's the thing. Let's keep it real and upfront. We know that there was a leak out there for episode 9, and a lot of folks saw it already. So some folks saw episode 9 already. I'm not going to say I did. I'm not going to say I didn't. I'm just going to say that, yeah, we know there's a lot of people who saw it already. But again, on this show, we're not going to do any spoilers. We're just going to talk about what we think is going to happen, even though we may know what's going to happen, but you may have not seen it. So we'll make it fair. We're not going to spoil it for you. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So with this whole spraying of the car with glow and your boy Vic, and like the speculation of who was behind this thing, right? Now, if you saw the trailer, we see that the guy who sprayed the car was one of the Serbian dudes. He's one of the twins that was killed in the other episode. So it definitely was a Serbian guy, right? You agree?
Agree.
Right. So it was a Serbian guy that actually, you know, banged the car up and then sprayed and then shot Gloria and this, that, and the third.
Right.
Right. But again, like, I believe, and this is my prediction, okay, I believe that Walter is just going to try to blame it on Tommy and the Serbs. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know. I think that I think Vic's gonna have to really evaluate what happened. I don't know. I think it's definitely gonna mess his head up.
Right.
And I don't think he's gonna believe that it was Tommy, because Tommy tried to tip him off. So even if it goes to that where, you know, Walter tries to blame Tommy, I don't think the dots will connect for Vic, because, you know, at the end of the day, Tommy did love or like or have strong feelings for Gloria. So like Tommy had said, you know, in episode 8, like, if you don't believe me, believe that I don't want nothing to happen to her.
Right.
So so even if Walter does try to blame it on Tommy, I don't think Vic will bite that. You know, I don't think he's gonna go for that.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? If you're online, definitely type in the comment box. Let me know. Do you think that Walter's going to try to convince Vic, or you think, nah, Walter's not going to do that, and even if he does that, Vic is not going to believe that Tommy tried to? I mean, it makes sense, right? Like, why would Vic believe that Tommy's behind it if Tommy went ahead, gave him a car with no GPS in it, and was like, yo, take my car, just get out of town, protect Gloria at all costs, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would, you know, even though he was a butthead and took his own car and didn't take Tommy's car, he was a butthead for doing that. Right. But I don't know. So in the trailer, we also saw that Walter was talking about going to war. He was talking about going to war to Paulie, and Paulie was like, yo, we don't got enough manpower to do that, right? Nicole, let me see what Nicole says. He said, he might blame Tommy, but his dad didn't want him and Gloria together. That is true. That is true. You know what I'm saying? And then remember, from the last episode, you remember that Walter actually did put a hit out on Gloria, but then he went to Paulie and said, yo, cancel that hit on Gloria. And Paulie said, I already canceled it. Or I didn't even put it in place. Right? Or did he put it in place? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I think we really got to watch Paulie. You know, Paulie's the least likely, even though he's like advising Walter, and it makes sense. Like he's the voice of reason. I think we really gotta watch Paulie, man.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Paulie's definitely the neck that turns the head.
Yeah, yeah. I think Paulie. I honestly think, and this is again, what we got like 2. This is like 9 is coming up, and then 10. There's only 2 more episodes, right? I think Paulie, man, like I think he wants to be number 1. I think he wants to run the whole organization. He doesn't want the kids part of it. Like when Walter croaks, he wants to be number 1. He wants to be running the show. That's what I think. That's just what I think. What do you guys think? Definitely drop your thoughts and your comments in the comment box, right? Yeah, like Walter did not want them to be together, period. So it's possible. It's possible. But from the trailer, Paulie's going to call in some people. Okay, Walter's gonna call in some people to come through to do some things, to wage war against the Serbians, right? So, I mean, these guys gonna come through and they're gonna try to do some things. You know what I mean? What else?
How do you think Tommy's gonna respond when he finds out Glory's dead?
Man, I know he really liked her a lot. I know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, they had their thing going on, for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
She is a Jamaican sister, you know what I mean, that knows how to cook. So she got some goods going on. I'm sure that soup was really good. You know what I'm saying? That Tommy was tasting. I'm sure it was really good because, just like you said, he needed some water. He needed some refreshment after he was tasting that soup, right? So I think, all jokes aside, I think that he really liked her. He had to handle his business and didn't want to mess up business. So he did the noble thing. It was like, I'm going to back away.
Right.
But still wanted the best for her. Like he really wanted the best for her. You know what I mean? So I think Tommy is going to either cry or he going to just murder something. You know what I'm saying? He just going to cancel more Christmases for people. You know what I'm saying?
I think when he finds out, I think he's gonna be pissed at Vic. And I think that might cause some additional friction between them because you didn't protect her. And what I'm saying, I told you what to do. I told you what was up and you ain't listen. I think that's gonna cause some friction between the two of them, just because I gave you a heads up and you still did whatever you wanted to do.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't think they're gonna get the opportunity because again, I believe that Walter is going to try to separate these guys and keep them separate. And I believe that, they're gonna try to wage war against Tommy. That's what I believe. I believe they're gonna try to wage war against Tommy. Like he been wanted Tommy out of here. He wanted Tommy out of here from the first episode. He was like, get out of here. Get out of here. Like, you don't need to be here. And ever since Tommy got there, there's been nothing but craziness going on, especially for Walter and his business. Like, I think this was probably the first time that the FBI actually raided Walter's company. You know what I'm saying? So all this mess has been happening. Claudia's doing her own thing with Tommy, but Walter doesn't know.
No, right.
Tommy, Vic is trying to do his thing with Gloria and going against Walter. So I think Walter is really just trying to piece all this thing and put the kids back together with him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's
but at the same time, it's a house of cards. That's what I think about. It's a house of cards. And even though Walter wants to bring his children together, and he wants his children a part of the organization and, thinking forward, it's a house of cards. And it's just going to be that one little thing to make it collapse. And I think jumping ahead, I think maybe in the finale in episode 10, we'll see how Walter reacts to finding out that, Claudia was in bed with Tommy this whole time.
Right. Yeah. But see, again, this is going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be, you said House of Cards. It's going to be crazy, man. Like, seriously. It's going to be crazy. Okay, so what do you think he's going to do with D-Mac? Now, again, I did do a video. I did an exclusive leak, all right, for D-Mac and Tommy. And Tommy is definitely kicking some game and giving game to D-Mac. So we know, because I got the leak, the video's online, check it out. So this is what we know, and you can check it out again. But we know that Tommy gets the mathematician, the mathematical genius, to start counting Dahlia money and the cash for the business, right? Mm-hmm. And then Tommy is now kicking that game, letting them know, hey, you can do anything else. You're a mathematical genius. You're young. You can do anything with your life. Like, he's really being a good Uncle Tommy. But again, still, like, D-Mac doesn't know that that's his uncle. How do you think, I'm gonna put it out there for everybody, how do you think that Tommy's gonna introduce or bring D-Mac to JP? How do you think that's gonna happen?
I think I'm gonna go back to my original theory.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick to my original theory. Something traumatic is gonna happen, either JP or D-Mac. Somebody's gonna get shot, somebody's gonna get stabbed, somebody's gonna get hurt. And it's gonna be because of that moment, because somebody got hurt. You gotta tell. You know, now you gotta tell because the situation calls for it. Like, you are the next of kin type deal. So I'm gonna rely on my original theory that I think that's what's gonna happen.
That was your theory, okay? I don't know. I think you know, Tommy gonna have a barbecue, and he gonna be like, all right, you know, JP, D-Mac, why don't y'all come together? Boom, you know what? Guess what? That's your father. That's your son. Now go eat some ribs.
But you said something about the Uncle Tommy moment. Bringing in D-Mac and telling him you can be whatever you want to be. There's always that conflict with that with me, is because if you wanted to encourage your nephew or encourage your family to do something different, don't pull them in the game. Like, you can't put me in the midst of this and I got all this money around me doing some illegal stuff, and then you tell me, believe you can fly and you can conquer the world and you can do whatever you want to do. Nah, dude, I'm seeing what's happening right here. I want to do this.
Right. So you talking about JP, you talking about D-Mac?
D-Mac. So, Tommy, bringing his nephew, even though he's not physically touching, products, you responsible for, you counting money and, all of that. So yeah. Man, it's counter, it's kind of a, what you call it? I don't know the word. It escapes me, but yeah, like counterintuitive.
and yeah. It's like
contradictory.
That's we making all this money, but you telling me to do something else that's not gonna make all this money. Like, that's kind of hard to do, right? It's kind of like catch-22. It's like, you making millions, like you see the millions. It's not yours, but I don't want you to get into the game. I want you to get into the books,
right,
and make $30,000 a year instead of being over here making $2 million a year.
Right, million. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. Let me see what Nicole said. Nicole said he's going to bring the nephew to the lab. Maybe. That's a possibility. I don't know. I mean, it goes against your theory, Amy. But hey, I said it's going to be a barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they're going to have a. Where in Chicago Park that they have barbecues a lot?
We can go to Garfield Park. We can go.
You know what I'm saying?
They on the south side, so they're gonna either go to Marquette Park or Garfield Park.
There you go. Either Garfield or Marquette. Boom, one of that. Tommy gonna be like, we having a Dahlia family celebration. You know what I'm saying? Come on down. We gonna have some ribs and stuff. All right. So, all right. Good theories. So we already rated episode 8. We're going to episode 9. Again, a lot of folks saw it. Some people didn't. Man, this is kind of hard to even talk about because I saw it, family. I saw it. I already saw it.
You got to keep that secret to yourself for those.
I'm not going to spoil it for y'all because I love y'all. Those people who haven't seen it, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but definitely check out the leaks. Oh, let's talk about this leak because I did do another video, so we can talk about the leaks because it's already online. So Your boy Tommy sits down with Milkovich. How the heck did this happen? I want to talk about this because, again, the last time they saw each other, Milkovich was about to kill Liliana and him. And then your boy Jannard came and sprayed him and did the drive-by, and then everybody just ran off. So how the heck was Tommy able to just walk into the Serbian bar to have a seat and talk to Milkovich? Like, how did that happen? You know what I'm saying? How did that even happen?
Money, I'm just gonna say money talks.
Check it
even
out,
without seeing the episode, money talks. So if he walked in, you didn't walk in empty-handed. You know, you came in with something of interest, you know, something to give. So with that, there's a reason for that visit. There's a reason that they need to now connect. And I'm assuming it probably has something to do with Walter and something to do with the hit on Gloria. But you know, the way he would have been able to just walk in, you had a boatload of money with you because money talks.
Yeah. So again, I'm not going to spoil it. The video is on my channel. Check it out. The exclusive leak where Tommy finds Vic and Glow's hitter. All right. So check it out after this live. You can see what's going on. I do break it down. So that'll be a little leak before you actually watch the whole episode 9. Okay. Again, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I'm gonna give you a little taste because I love y'all. I love y'all. And some of y'all haven't seen it, but you can get a little taste. It's not gonna spoil everything. It's not gonna spoil everything. Trust me, it's not gonna spoil everything. All right. So again, I know you. Okay. We're not gonna rate anything, but we are gonna come back after episode 9 airs, and then we're gonna go back into it and rate it. You know, even though some of us saw it or some of us didn't see it. Right? Okay.
And we can talk about theories, see whose theories are right or wrong.
Right. See whose theories are right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? You know, maybe your theory is right about, you know, homeboy and this, that, and the third. We shall see in the next episode of the VACAY-JayTV and Friends, right? So let's talk about, you don't watch Ruthless, do you?
Yeah, you gotta get it. They're trying to rope me in. Nicole, they trying to rope me in.
Listen, you gotta watch Ruthless, fam. I'm telling you right now, it's getting wilder and wilder and wilder. Nicole, did you watch Ruthless?
So long to catch up because you guys are what, 3 seasons in?
We 3 seasons in. Listen, all you gotta do is catch up with the recaps. Just go to my recaps, family. If you need to catch up, I got season 2 and season 3. So go ahead, check out the recaps. It's not that long, you know what I mean? And 10 to 15 minutes, boom, 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 boom. You knock those out. You can knock out 4 of my recaps within 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? So you can do that. Check out my recaps on it, catch up, because this thing is growing like wildfire. Salute to all my Ruthless family out there. And also, quick break. Want to definitely give a shout out to my young brother, my boy. That's right, Jay Welbin Sr., dollars and cents. I'm representing what you had on, bruh. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you and the fam out there. Dollars and cents, check it out. You know what I'm saying? My brother's doing this thing. So check it out, all right? All right, we always got to support each other on this channel. That's how we do on the VACAY-JayTV show, all right? Oh, Coffee, you watched it? You watched it, fam? That's what I'm talking about. See,
I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Yeah, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. So, real quick, because I'm gonna go through it real quick. I'm not gonna, belabor it or anything. But real quick, we see Lynn and Malcolm roll to the Rockaduki campus, okay? And they are there to get some products, right? So we saw the last episode. Not Dylon. I always call him Dylon. Dicon calls Lynn like, hey, when are you gonna come? When are you gonna come? And she's like, I'm gonna come tomorrow. So they actually get to the campus. Andrew, he hates Malcolm because Malcolm was sleeping with everybody's wife, including his, right? And he wants to knock Malcolm out, right? But he's being gracious. Dicon is like, be gracious with our guests. We want them to come. At first, they wanted to kick Malcolm out and just keep Lynn, but Lynn is like, yo. And Malcolm's like, listen, we're a couple. We're an item. So, it's either all of us or none of us, right? Coffee said it's too much, man. I know it's crazy, but I love it. Like, that's what it is. It's like a crazy show It's the guilty pleasure. It's my guilty pleasure, okay? So, boom, they let him come into the campus. Your girl Lynn has to go to the bathroom. Malcolm is basically, he's an FBI agent, but he's suspended because he was doing all crazy stuff, sleeping around with everybody's wife. So he got suspended. Andrew's undercover FBI in there. So he's trying to keep his cover, but now Malcolm is there playing around with Lynn just to get some products. And it's like, man, what are you doing here? Like, nobody sent you here. Why are you here with Lynn, you know, playing games? So Andrew's hoping that he doesn't blow his cover, but we already know. They talking about they're going to spend a weekend there, but no, they're going to spend a way longer time than a weekend up on the Rockadookie campus because they're going to keep him in there. They gave him some food, which has some stuff in it, knocked them out. Brian, the FBI guy's in there, and the highest just keeps cutting off each finger until he gives them some information, right? And then they bring in Lynn at the very end. She's knocked out, and that's his wife. And they're like, all right, go ahead and kill her. And he's like, all right, I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk. So I just kind of wrapped it up. Definitely check out my recap for the last episode, okay? I'm trying to remember what it is. But yeah, you think they're going to kill him, Coffee? Yeah, I think so. I think they are. I think they're going to, well, I'll say this because I did see the trailer for the entire season, right? So if you remember the trailer in the entire season, you saw there was a part where the highest and Ruth, they were at the cooler, and the highest was like taking this staff or taking something and pushing down somebody into the cooler. I believe that is Malcolm. Yeah, they clipping the fingers. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like, he butt naked, you know, ain't nobody want to see all that, you know what I'm saying? Just doing crazy stuff. But yeah, I believe that they're gonna take Malcolm and put him in the cooler, right? So yeah, that's what's gonna happen to them. I don't know what's specifically gonna happen with Brian, but yeah, Brian is in serious trouble. He has like what? They clipped off 2 fingers, so he has what? 8 fingers now. I don't know what he's going to do. Let me see. Coffee says, I don't see how they think they're going to kill all these officers and FBI and get away with it. Right. But remember, Coffee, like the police and probably some of the FBI. We I don't know about the FBI, but the police we know, like the sheriff's department we know is down with the Raku. You know, remember the sheriff? He's down with the Raku. Some of them are down with the Raku, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Polk, remember Polk that Melinda took out? I don't think Polk they made Polk to be like real stupid, right? That's why they had to kill him off. So, but the sheriff is down with the Raku because Lilo was the senator's son and they all had that whole deal going on, you know what I'm saying? I know, man. I'm just like, man, get out of here with all that. Ain't nobody want to see no eggplants. Get out of here with all that. I ain't want to see all that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to see all that. But I know y'all ladies wanted to see it. I'm sure y'all was happy about that. But I was just like, come on, get out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just cut the finger off and go to the next scene, right? You know what I'm saying? Ruth is trying to stop Elder Mother Marva from getting the pregnancy test because everybody thinks, especially the highest thinks that Ruth is carrying his baby. But she's not pregnant at all. You know what I'm saying? So she's trying to get Joan to delay this thing. This way she doesn't get caught out there. Because if she gets caught, you know, and she's not pregnant, like she claims she has been with the highest baby, then it's going to be nothing but trouble. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's getting crazy. Your boy River, he's like, I'm ready to get out of there. And Ruth was like, I ain't getting out of here without my daughter. And your boy River's like, F them kids.
Oh, wow.
He's like, F them kids. So I'm like, what? Girl, Ruth, yo, he's crazy. And Ruth is like, you are terrible, right? So it was a crazy episode, as usual. But again, shout out to my Ruthless fam out there. Coffee, you down with the Ruthless Squad. So you already know, definitely I do the recaps every week. So definitely enjoy that. Definitely drop your comments and everything below on that Ruthless. I rate this a 9. I rated a 9 because it's definitely getting crazy. Some people are like, yo, hurry up. We got to see what's going to happen. What's going to happen? You know, they keep elongating this thing. Hey, you know what? Keep elongating, man. We don't have a show. We don't have nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wrap this up yet. But they already wrapped. I announced it in my last video. They already finished filming episode students, season 4. So season 4, they coming back after season 3. It's gonna be a season 4. So we got another, maybe year and a half with Ruthless. So look out for that, Ruthless fans. We gonna be watching, breaking it down for you, doing our thing as usual. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Let me see. Nicole said River is tired of. Yeah, he is tired. He is definitely tired of being abused by the highest boy. That boy, the highest, he types sick in the head. You know what I mean? Sick in the head. So Nicole, you rated a 9. Okay, cool. Coffee, what do you rate this this episode of Ruthless, the last episode? Right? Okay, cool. Good stuff. Well, I believe we are at the hour, family. We are at the hour. I appreciate you all for jumping on. Let's get an update, fam, because last week we talked about it. Our girl, our very own Amy Veronica, just dropped her latest album, a brand new album. How is that going, Amy?
So far, so good. I've been getting a lot of feedback. A lot of people have been reaching out to me on social media, tagging me, in different posts and stories. And, the reaction has really honestly, it has really blessed me that people are seeing themselves in the story, and, they're enjoying the music. They're enjoying the honesty of it.
Good.
They can groove a little bit.
Okay.
So they're embracing it, and I'm grateful. I really am.
All right. Well, fam, like I said, last week, definitely check out Amy Veronica's new album. It's called Journey Through My Journal. It's on all the streaming platforms. Again, we support our people. Amy is fam, so we got to support our family out there. Definitely Nicole, Coffee, check it out, stream it, play it 1,000,000 times, download it, buy it, do whatever you need to do.
Put it in your social media stories.
Yeah. Oh, Coffee's like, okay, it's delayed. It's delayed. So I'm just getting your messages now, Coffee. He says, why they just don't to poison them. Yeah. I think, they got different ways that they're going to torture people and do stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? It makes it more interesting, right? If we just poison people, then it's just like, they're dead. It's not really entertainment, right? So we want to see something happen with them. We'll see, right? But yes, Amy Veronica's album, check it out. Nicole, did you check it out? Yeah, it's a dope album, family. So definitely support. It's gonna be great. It's awesome, and I think it's dope. It's dope. So salute to you. Keep pushing. Looking forward to the next album already. All right, it's a lot. It's a lot on this album. A lot to digest on this album. All right. Yeah. So family, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Amy, Veronica, for gracing us with your presence as usual.
Always a pleasure.
And your theories and everything. We appreciate you. Thank you to Nicole, Coffee, and everybody else that's chiming in. Yep. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Again, we're going to keep doing this every single week. We're going to talk about it. I'm looking forward to talking about Power Book, not episode 9, boy, because that joint is going to be crazy. For real, it's going to be crazy. But yeah, family, you know what it is. It's Amy Veronica. It's your boy, VACAY-J, and I appreciate you all for watching again. Shout out to all of my subscribers. We are currently going on 2,600 subscribers. We're looking to push forward through that 3K and keep going on to 300K, all right? So let's continue to share, like this right here. Definitely give us a like. Definitely, comment, share, and we're going to keep this thing going, all right? Definitely share with everybody. We want everybody to jump on here so we can have this great discussion about our favorite shows. So I appreciate you all. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everybody. And until next time, salute.